Welcome one, welcome all to Max's Mic. I'm Max and I have the mic. Today's episode, we're going to be breaking down my predictions for the first round of the 2023-24 NHL Playoffs. Hockey's not really a sport that I talk about on this channel, but looking to bring it in and looking to talk about it for a little bit. So sit back, relax, and enjoy my predictions. So we're going to start with the Kings and the Oilers. I pick the Oilers to win 4-2. McDavid is going to do McDavid things. Draisaitl and the rest of this lineup for the Oilers is really loaded. There's a lot of good talent on this team that's been there this year and the last couple of years, and they've really just needed a goalie. But I feel like right now McDavid's starting to look pretty hot. So is Draisaitl, and this team's going to get rolling here. For the Kings, in order to prove me wrong, I feel that Anze Kopitar as well as Kempe need to go off in this series and really dominate the scoring for the Kings and take charge if they want to win. Get goals early for the Kings, and for the Oilers, it's to do your thing, provide good defense as well as some support for your goaltender in the form of scoring goals on the offense. For the Golden Knights versus the Stars, I really like this Stars team. Good young goaltending, some old veteran all-stars leading on offense. Pavelski really taking charge of this team since coming over from the Sharks. It's been a really strong lineup this year and a really strong lineup the last couple of years. However, I feel this season is going to end a little sooner than they had hoped for, as I'm going with the Golden Knights of Vegas to win in 7. This is going to be a tight series. I feel like this year there's going to be a few tight series, and this is one of them. I have 3 series in the first round going to 7 games, and this is the first one. And again, I feel like Pavelski, Jamie Benn are going to do their thing, but Jack Eichel being back on this Golden Knights roster is just bringing a whole new sense of power when it comes to this offense. It's really going to guide the Golden Knights to win. Moving on now, Vancouver versus Nashville. Nashville just barely slotting in, one of those teams this year that just kind of squeaked their way into the playoffs. Hard fought and deserved and earned, but by the skin of their teeth, they got in. But they're no match for this Canucks roster, who's going to win this series 4-1. I think Nashville might be able to get one win at home. However, this Vancouver roster is incredible. Thatcher Demko in net, JT Miller, Elias Pettersson, Quinn Hughes. This roster is loaded with stars who can just take charge, take control of a game, and really flip it on its head. Now we've got the Avs versus the Jets. Avs are a really, really strong roster. But playing in Winnipeg in the playoffs is something that you have to experience to be able to handle. It is a different atmosphere. Just looking out into the crowd and all you see is white. It's just a sea of white because it's sold out and it's just straight Winnipeg fans. One of the smaller cities that has an NHL team. However, or I believe it's by population, the smallest team. However, they somehow managed to not just sell out, but coordinate in which everyone's in a white jersey, and it's just a sea of white. It is a different atmosphere that it should be on everyone's bucket list to get to experience. It's incredible and can really boost a team. However, the Avs are better. Toffoli, Jets just acquired him from the Devils, is gonna do something, maybe get a laugh in at the Devils saying, here I am in the playoff scoring. But he's gonna join the Devils in the offseason really quickly, as I have the Avs winning 4-2. I think Winnipeg will win win one game initially at home, I think maybe 2. They're going to go Avs 2, Jets 2, and then Avs will close it out with 2, finding a way to win in Winnipeg to shut the series out. But it's going to, the Avs got a real hard one. No matter how good or bad this Jets team is, once they're in the playoffs, the fans really just boost them and make them reach and help them reach a whole nother level of play. Now we're going to move on from the West to the East. Moving to the East. And we're going to start with the Rangers and the Capitals. The Capitals, another team that's just barely squeaking their way in. And I'm going with the Rangers. Fortunately, it hurts me as a Devils fan. The Rangers to win 4-1. Simply because the Rangers are just better. I could see this being a possible sweep. However, I'm going to give Caps 1 because, again, another place with a pretty solid playoff atmosphere is Washington. So I feel Rangers will take the first 3. Caps will show some signs of life and figure things out. Oshie and Ovi will have a hell of a game in that game 4, and I think they'll be able to win it. But the Rangers are going to come back to New York and close it out. The Garden, the atmosphere there. I'm talking about the atmosphere because you need your fans to get behind you. That's the whole reason why you've got that home advantage. That's why home advantage is a thing. It's not just, waking up in your own bed and playing in your stadium, but it's your stadium with your fans rooting you on. Really creates momentum for a team. Really helps boost a team to a win. So the Garden brings that, and the Rangers are going to dominate this playoff season at home. That's why I have them winning all 4 games, or 3 games, at home, and taking 1 in Washington as well. Now we've got another series that is going to go down to the wire. A real 2 strong teams. It's going to be the Panthers and the Lightning, and I got the Panthers winning in 7. Panthers, I like their squad a little better. I think they've got it. The Lightning have been really good, but they've kind of fallen off a little since their massive cup run. They're still good. They're still phenomenal. If they manage to win this series, they'd be one of my favorites to win the cup. But I don't think they're going to be able to pull it out. I think this is just going to be a matter of everyone's going to win at home, and the Panthers are going to take it all. Moving on, we've got Toronto versus Boston. Again, another one. These are always great series, always great battles. It's going to be hard fought. It's going to be grueling. A rivalry that's been brewing the last 10, 15 years in which these two teams continue to face each other in the first round of the playoffs. And for as long as I can remember, it's been Boston knocking out Toronto and Toronto struggling to win in the first round. Well, I think the script flips this year. Give me Toronto in 7. The Maple Leafs, I got them winning in 7. Boston's good, but Toronto's going to take it. Boston will win the first 2 at home. Toronto will then take 2 at home. Toronto will take the first at home. This is a wild prediction, but I'm going in on who's going to win each game. Boston wins the first 2. Toronto takes game 3. Boston wins game 4. But then Toronto figures things out and sweeps the next 3 to win in 7. That's what I've got. It's going to be wild, but I think that Toronto's just going to figure things out late and really punch it. Actually, strike that. I'm going to change it up a little. Winning the last 3 is crazy. So I'm going to go with Toronto winning game 1, coming off of they're on a 3-game losing streak. So they're going to end that. They're going to win, putting Boston on a 3-game losing streak. So Boston will win game 2. Toronto will take game 3, the first game at home. Boston will take 4 and 5 away and then home. And then Toronto will figure things out at home in game 6 and then close it out in game 7. That's what we're going with. That's what's going to happen. And finally, we've got what I feel is going to be one of the more uneventful series, and the only sweep that I have in the first round It's going to be the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Islanders. I got the Canes sweeping the Islanders. The Islanders, they didn't barely make it because they got third, but speaking of the fact that the teams behind them in the first and second wild card have equal, if not better, records than them, technically speaking, due to the fact that they do get one extra point from overtime and shootout losses. But if you were to just look at wins and losses, Islanders not the best record, and I think that's going to show here in this series. The Carolina Hurricanes getting Jake Gensel is really, I feel, the last piece that this Canes team needs to start going off, start going crazy. A slow start to this season, and now with Gensel to close things out, I feel they're going to run through the Islanders, and they might just run through the Rangers. We'll have to wait, see, and find out. But for now, these are my picks. So again, running through it real quick. Oilers win over the Kings 4-2. Golden Knights beat the Stars in 7. Vancouver over Nashville 4-1. Avs over Jets 4-2. Rangers over Capitals 4-1. Panthers Lightning. Panthers win in 7. Toronto over Boston in 7. And then the Canes sweep the Islanders. Again, that's 4-0. So those are my picks. Everyone's got their own ideas. If you think that I'm insane, or if you think that maybe I missed something that might change my opinions, let me know in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe. I hope y'all had a great day. Hope y'all have a great weekend. It's Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. Take care and goodbye.